Are you ready to discover what altcoins are likely to explode here in the not so distant future? Guys, today I'm going to talk to you about the next ecosystem that I think is going to explode. And last time I made the video on Sui, guess what happened after we talked about that? Literally exactly what I said. Everything popped off over there. So today I'm going to give you that same opportunity. I believe is going to have the similar type of response that Sui did. And if you haven't guessed it by now, yep, that's it. It's Aptos, guys. We're going to talk about Aptos and its ecosystem. Remember, Aptos is the brother, sister, sibling of Sui, right? So remember, you had Mark Zuckerberg here, Facebook, Meta. Then you had DM being created. And then from that, when it was shut down by the government, you had Aptos and Sui. And you're going to see in this video a lot of similarities. And there's gonna be some good opportunities in here, so you don't wanna miss them. If you're excited for this video, guys, destroy that like button. You know what to do. And without further ado, let's get into it. Look at this Bitcoin chart. It is nice. That is nice. You can see my amazing technical analyst skills over here. You see I drew this trend line, and you see how Bitcoin's breaking out of this trend line? Yeah. So you can pretty much call me the Nostradamus of trading. It even has this thing over here. I think it's called some sort of triangle, and it's breaking through there. Yeah, I drew that. This is what years of a YouTube channel talking about crypto gets you. Really good technical analysts here. But it is nice to see. What do we have? It's the US markets I think are opening right now. And to show you yesterday, this is the daily chart, right? And yesterday's shwah, bam. And I think a brand new candle starting for a brand new day over here. And what happened over here, guys? Why was this huge thing yesterday before I was going to sleep, $66,000 Bitcoin? Well, I'll show you. Because there was $555 million coming into the ETFs. Insane. Look at the Fidelity over here crushing. 240 million, BlackRock at 80, BitB 100, etc., etc. 555, almost $500 million coming in. So that's what happens, guys, when there's not much on exchanges, and I'll show you that in a minute. But we have some more news about Mt. Gox payouts delayed. Some people think this is bullish. I think it's not. I would like to see actually that this gets, I just want to see it done. I don't want to talk about it anymore. Let's just get people repaid, get them their Bitcoin back, and let's get it over with. Come on. They've not had the Bitcoin for 10 years. If they want to sell it, let them sell it. If they want to keep it, let it keep it. Who cares? I think we should not care about Mt. Gox, to be honest. So I have this chart over here, but let me actually show you a better one. Okay, guys. And so you can see when you have $555 million and you have Bitcoin on exchanges, the lowest in forever, basically. Look at this. It's such a small amount. It just keeps going down and down and down. So, of course, when the liquidity is so low on exchanges, you're going to have the big price reactions when you have billions of dollars of buy pressure coming every single day. Now, we have what's called this October trap, guys, an October trap. So you can see this is 2017. You had October, bam, about 10 days into it. Kind of uncertainty and then up. Last bull run, 2020, October, kind of down in the beginning, halfway into it or whatever, and then bam, up. Yeah, halfway into it exactly, and then up. What's going to happen here? We shall see. Is history repeating? It's crazy when you at first I thought kind of charts and things like that. I thought there was all astrology for crypto bros, but more and more I do these shows, the more I can see that there's really some real correlation in the 4-year cycle, right? And these kind of things. I'm not yet convinced because I haven't tried trading yet, really. Not quite convinced on that one yet. But as you can see, guys, right here, we have a 4-year low for search terms on Google for the word Bitcoin. But look what happened last time it was this low. So it's always like this. Remember, whenever you think something is dead and you feel like selling it or something like that, or you're just not interested anymore, that's usually when it pops off and goes crazy. And last time Bitcoin search terms were this low, someone overlined this chart over here. Boom. Here, likely coming right around the corner, guys. I can feel it. Can you feel it? I can feel it. I can literally feel it. It's so close. So close. So Luigi over here made a great post. Says, the world isn't bullish enough. Fed cuts rates by 50 basis points, more coming. China injects $284 billion in stimulus. PBOC aggressively cuts rates plus R&R. China to issue, and don't worry, I don't know what that means. If you don't know what it means, don't worry. I don't either. I don't know everything. China to issue, maybe you guys do know. Let me know in the comments below if you know what this means. And don't look it up. Or you can if you want to, but whatever. China to issue an additional 6 trillion yen in bonds or yuan. Q4 is historically crypto's best quarter. True. October just got underway. True. Mt. Gox payments delay. 16 billion FTX distributions are starting. Yep. The small ones are starting. Larry Fink, BTC, an asset class of its own. Yep. This, I don't know if you guys saw my X account the other day. If you're not following me on X, go do that at Kyle_Chasse, CHASSE. But Larry Fink said that Bitcoin is going to rival the housing market. I did the quick back of the napkin math on that, and it would put Bitcoin at a $2.4 million if it's the same size as the housing market. I still think it's going to go bigger, but let that sink in. Stablecoin adoption and usage continues. Circle looking to IPO next year. Good job, Circle. Good job, Kyle, for investing in Circle a long time ago. I had to give up Bitcoin for that, so it better be worth it. PayPal expands crypto services. MicroStrategy continues buying Bitcoin. U.S. elections are 3 weeks away. First Bitcoin election. Let's see what happens with Trump here. U.S. implementing strategic reserve, regulatory clarity on the horizon. Argentina plus Brazil drive crypto adoption. Exchange reserves hit their all-time low, and supply shortage and short squeeze incoming like crazy. So this guy Noodles over here just says basically came in 2016 and remembers it was 3 weeks before the election, and that's when the market started to go up. Now we have this picture of Kamala over here, and I was just looking at this earlier. I just think that this is like she's having the best time of her life. I don't think she cares if she wins or not. Like she's just gonna always remember like the time that she ran for president and like just all this attention she's been getting, and like I don't know if she thinks she's actually really gonna win or not, but like she just looks like she's having a great time, right? Great time. But how is Kamala actually doing? Let's go check it out with Poly Markets, and let's go see how she's doing actually in the polls over here. So we're going to go here. We're going to go to the forecast. Oh, she's getting, she doesn't care. She doesn't care. She's getting crushed, right? She's just like, but this is really nice to see. Trump at 57% and Kamala at 42.3. Wow. That is interesting. So, 21 days away. It is literally 3 weeks away from U.S. presidential elections. And if Trump wins, along with RFK and everyone else on the team, just launched World Liberty coin that they're launching, and crypto president. It's very bullish. Very, very, very bullish. All right, guys. Now into the layer one discussion. So you can see over the past month, yes, SUI was the biggest gainer, but what is right behind it? Aptos at 71%, SUI at 98%. But if we look at the 1 week chart, what's the biggest gainer? It's Aptos, right? Aptos is the biggest gainer in the 1 week chart. So we need to pay attention to that. And we're going to talk about that a little bit more throughout this video here. Aptos, you can see if you look at the max chart over here, it definitely has volatilities, probably investors taking some profit. I don't expect them to stop, but I do like here that the distribution is actually better than SUI. So SUI has a much lower circulating market cap compared to FDV. It's much, much better over here on Aptos. It hasn't had a very aggressive start. I think there's a lot of hype around SUI and Aptos when it launched, and that kind of faded out. And these ecosystems take a lot of time, right? You can launch your mainnet, but then it takes a lot of time to actually get the ecosystem thriving. So let's refresh the chart over here. Oh, Bitcoin at $67,000. All right, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Good news, guys. Good news. Are we in October? Let me know in the comments below if we're in October, and if this is like the beginning of the banana zone. Let me know what your thoughts are. So this is all the L1s, right? And top layer ones by CoinMarketCap. Just to give you some perspective on where Aptos is, and it's most relevant to go look at SUI for talking about before. What was I talking about, right? So Aptos's FDV is like half that of SUI, right? I do think that these things are both going to explode in this coming banana zone bull run. And I'll explain to you in a little bit soon, like why I think that there's some catch up to do here, right? But it's just on an FDV basis, it's just a better deal at the current moment. SUI has, from what I've seen so far, like more marketing, maybe just because they had some marketing stuff first. I'm not really sure. But when you look at like, the potential upside here, Aptos to, really what these ecosystems are good for, SUI and Aptos, is the Move smart contract language versus, Ethereum is the Solidity. Move is a far superior smart contract language, which is great for security. So Aptos is actually really focused on DeFi. And I do think that there's room, like I don't think Solana is going to be the DeFi chain, right? I think something like Sui or Aptos are going to be DeFi chain, probably. Solana might be the meme chain, the gaming chain. I don't know. But I think from a security perspective, that's what Move was built for. It was meant for security. And so I think there's still a ton of upside both in Sui and Aptos right now, right? Like mainstream's not even here yet. You just saw that Bitcoin is all-time lows on Google searches right now. So Aptos trends are getting in the right direction, right? We like to see charts like this. Remember when I showed you these charts for a banana gun, what happened to the token price? Token price went up. What happened? Whenever I show you charts that look like this, guys, I tell you, if you've been watching this channel for a long time, appreciate you. But you know that whenever we look at charts like this and you see data of utility, this is a bullish sign. This is daily active addresses, so usage on the chain is increasing. And there's a state of the Aptos report from Azaria. I'll just read you the summary. It says Aptos DeFi TVL increased 123% quarter over quarter in Aptos terms to 75 million APT, demonstrating increasing adoption of the network's DeFi ecosystem, in spite the price of Aptos declining 59% quarter over quarter. This was for last quarter. In May, Aptos set the record for the highest daily transaction count in the layer 1 blockchain history, 156 million following the launch of the viral clicker game Tapos Cat. I don't know. I didn't even hear about this, right? Like, I have no idea. Like, what the hell is it, these clicker games? Like, they're not going to be around next year. They're not going to be around next month. Like, they just come and just promise a bunch of people. It's like a really short life of Axie Infinity. If you guys are around for that, like, it's a really short thing of people just, like, taking advantage of an airdrop, getting a bunch of big numbers, getting a bunch of people to FOMO in, the project listing on some exchange listing it like a Binance, and then everyone's selling, and then it's over. What the hell is that? Seriously. In June, this was a big one. The Aptos Foundation announced that in May that Chainlink data feeds and Chainlink cross-chain interoperability protocol will be integrated in Aptos. This is really cool because I had only seen Chainlink integrated into EVM chains before, I believe. So to see them come over to Aptos is a really big deal for DeFi and money markets, particularly very important. In June, Aptos Labs unveiled the next generation consensus protocol, Shoal++, which sets a new... It's not quite as nice as Sui's Mississippi name, right? Or Solana's Fire Dancer. They're all kind of the same purpose, which sets the new industry performance milestones at 100,000 transactions per second, throughput with sub-second latency. This is really nice. We need blockchains to feel fast and cheap for these experience, right? We can't have this Ethereum where everything just feels slow and takes forever. Like, we're willing to do Ethereum stuff because like we're playing degenerate stuff and gambling over there. Like, we're willing, hopefully those gains exceed the time we waste waiting for transactions to process. But, for massive mainstream adoption, we need these blockchains to be fast. We need them to be cheap. We need them to be nice user experience, et cetera, et cetera. So Crypto Bull over here says, if you miss Sui or feel like you don't buy enough and now FOMO, pay attention to Aptos here. Aptos is lagging, but will catch up and test $19 again. Look at these charts. These charts look identical, right? And so you kind of have a foresight. Like, you think it's going to change? No, it's not going to change, right? Mark my words. In probably this period of time, this is going to exactly happen to Aptos. So to me, it seems like a quick trade right now. Like, if nothing else, that seems almost not financial advice. Nothing on this channel ever is. Like, to me, it seems, it's definitely not, but like, it seems guaranteed, right? But it's not. Ecosystem. Having been around the longest, Aptos has more ecosystem projects versus Sui and Movement. Movement is the other, it's like the third sibling. That's like the weird one, the rejected one. Like, no one ever talks about Movement. It's getting some more traction now, but like, it's really Aptos and Sui, so we're not going to talk about Movement too much for now. Many ground efforts have been made by all the chains in setting up builder houses and grant programs, which could lead to significant growth in upcoming months. So, yes, Aptos has like a lot more projects building on it than Sui, but it really just takes like one or two great projects for an ecosystem to grow. Look what happened with Gunzilla and Avex chain, like huge. So you don't really need a billion projects. You just need one really great one. So as you can see, the TVL on both Aptos and Sui are both like almost identically performing, the same way. Yet Sui has a head start on price appreciation since we covered it, like literally as soon as we covered it, right?
Today we have over 20 million addresses in less than 2 years of the network operating. It's crazy. It's freaking crazy. It's one of the fastest, if not the fastest growing network out there in market. And the reason for that, and we make it feel completely familiar to everyone beyond just the niche special cloud that we started Web3 with. And that's awesome.
So I do have a little bit of a problem with this, right? This is Mo Sheikh, one of the, I think CEO, co-founder of Aptos. Like, when someone said they have 20 million wallets. So don't forget that there's a huge airdrop and like people are farming the hell out of this, right? Like I think that our farming guy had like thousands of addresses or something, right? So it doesn't like for you to be a CEO of a company like this, and then you just to talk to just straight face and be like, bro, we got 20 million wallets. It does. You don't really have 20 million users, that's for sure. If that's the narrative, if that's the message you're trying to tell us, that's not the case. But nonetheless, I'm making this video because I am bullish on Aptos. I did buy some. I do hold some. For the record, I bought some recently because I do think that this is because we did this research. It does seem like it's going to follow similar patterns as SWI, and I'm also participating in the ecosystem. I will explain that to you guys in a bit. Anyway, I'm just going to bring these things to your attention. Like as a subscriber, you guys deserve to know when there's some like misleading marketing, in my opinion, right? And if anyone wants to correct the record, let me know. So Aptos TVL, $730 million. You can see the price is lagging a little bit behind its explosive TVL growth recently, which probably is going to be reflected in the price quite soon. Aptos over here says the spice is flowing at Aptos. USAT with Tether, Hong Kong stablecoins with RD Technologies, Franklin Templeton, FTI US. I don't know what that is. I think are they doing an ETF? Maybe they're doing an ETF or something like that. I don't remember. And so anyway, and how Aptos is eating finance. As you can see, they're really geared toward DeFi and traditional finance and like being that financial layer, I believe, which is cool. They're not just doing that, right? But you can see this whole thread is about Aptos and the financial ecosystem. It's worth a read if you want to go check it out. This post, if you are interested in going to check it out, was made on October 4th on the Aptos actual X account. Now, if you can see over here, if you want to check out and explore the Aptos ecosystem, just go to CoinMarketCap or CoinGecko. Over here in the search tab, type in Aptos, look for Aptos ecosystem. And you have to just kind of compare both of them because there's some projects in here, like if I go to CoinGecko and I look at Aptos ecosystems, like not all, like Bonk, why are you here in Aptos? Like it doesn't make any sense. PancakeSwap, like Ondo Dollar, like these are not, so it's confusing, right? And so you get a little bit better clarity, I think, better refined over here in CoinMarketCap, which ones. And so some of the ones that we'll be talking, like I don't even know why Gari is here, for example. Like maybe I do think they migrated from Solana to Aptos. I don't remember. But anyway, Solana Finance we'll talk about today, eDog, GUI, Pontum, and I think a few others. So let's do that now. So when you look at the top DEX volume in Aptos, Solana is the number one right now. Volume, $33 million. Tala coming in second with 20.72, and LiquidSwap from Pontum at 10.85. Now, I'll show you why I think those things might change in a little bit, but it's always a good idea to buy the top DEX in the different ecosystems. So Solana would be one of them that you guys can speculate on. I think right now it's $77 million, $77 million basically in the liquidity pools of projects that have put LP in there. And you can see the token performance, like it was really hyped when it launched, probably some of the private sellers unlocking, blah, blah, blah. The whole Aptos ecosystem is still very nascent, right? It's still just getting started, still just kicking off. And you can see, because, the trading volume on Uniswap would be like $500 million a day or something, right? $1 billion. And this is the top DEX right now on Aptos. It's $2.4 million of trading volume. $55 million FTV and $13 million market cap. So remember when we talked about Navi protocol or something? Yeah, that was over on SWI that did really well. Today we have another one coming up similar to that. Before I get onto that one though, we'll talk about Cell and the unlocks from Solana. Now, the thing is like it's hard for me to be super bullish here. And this is the problem with it just, there's a lot of unlocks. They're all kind of happening right now. So the nice thing is, I guess, is like in a year from now, not even a year, like 6 months, a lot of the tokens will be unlocked completely. But in the next 6 months, there's a lot of tokens unlocking. And so for now, it's like really hard. Like basically, I think the point is that people will be selling and taking profits because they need liquidity right now. With the way the market is, if everything pumps for weeks on end and people are making much of money, they're just going to stop, cashing in their things and like be less likely to sell their tokens. But for now, my guess is that something like this one, the Solana, I think that people are still going to unlock. I do think that it goes up. I do think that's worth DCA-ing to this, right? Like this is what I would do just because you never know if you get a big unlock coming up, although it is linear, right? So they have been happening, but you see every time it gets some momentum, bam, it sells out. Some momentum, bam, it's going to sell out. You know, big volumes. This is private sale investors unlocking. This is my guess. So anyway, it's good to be aware of. I haven't taken a position myself in sell yet. I am considering it though. I think I will start DCAing in. I think it's probably a good opportunity ahead of us. So Pontum is another one. I've been talking to the founder for many years on this one. I'm not involved in any way. I haven't invested. I don't have nothing. And it's just another one of right now their liquid swap is live on Aptos. And they have a token called LSD. Yeah, and they are trying to do a meme out of the token, which is for this liquid swap DEX right here. And as you can see, it's not as large as the last one, but it's still pretty good at coming out almost $44 million in TVL. This is the token right here. So the chart looks really nice. The thing though is it's only $40,000 in volume. It's almost nothing. So this could go either way very, very quickly. It could go up, could go down. But what I do like about it though is that it does seem to be completely unlocked as far as FDV and market cap. So I do like the approach that they're taking with the kind of mimetic aspect to it. That's fun. I do think that more projects should do this as well. The problem with Pontum though is that if you look at their website, they advertise Lumio and L2, Liquid Swap, Pontum Wallet, Pontum AI. The problem is though, there's gonna be multiple tokens in the ecosystem. And I'm trying to so I'll probably do another video to follow up soon to figure more about the future of this ecosystem because it has a lot of great investors: Pantera, Lightspeed, Fraction, Animoca, Mechanism, Aptos, Shima, Kinetic. So, really great team. Obviously, they know how to ship and deliver, but I need to get some more answers before I feel confident investing in the ecosystem. My research team told me to check out this site here, saying that the actual circulating market cap of LSD is only $4 million compared to what it says right here as a 32. I guess these numbers aren't correct, right? So I guess it's not correct. Yeah, because this is the FDV is 32, which means the actual circulating market cap is only $4 million because these tokens are not unlocked yet. There is vesting in the tokens apparently. So you can still look at it as a $32 million FDV, or you can look at this as maybe that there's some more unlocks to happen. And so, because the circulating supply is over here, it's like only 13.9%. It's not very much. So at least I guess maybe there's some restricted stuff. Anyway, good for you to check out. Check out the site, chainbroker.io, if you're interested for some more information, doing your own research. Now, they have this pump.uptos.xyz. Aptos is kind of the play on words for Aptos, but up, obviously. When I was opening all my tabs earlier, the one that was winning over here was AAA Cat on SWI, which is always a good sign for my bet of AAA Cat on SWI. But this is like pump fun on Aptos. And guys, whoever's making this, I think you should stop making memes about the founder. They're just not going to do well. None have ever done well in history, and they're not going to do well. I think that's just the way it is. So stop wasting your Aptos on it. TVL, but where is it coming from? So you've got these Aries markets, Amnes Finance, Thala, TrueStake, Selena, Mezzo Finance. All things worth checking out, guys. We're not going to go into all these projects today, but it is worth checking out. Aries is basically the Aave. It's like the Navi X, the Aave. And if you go here and you use it, you can try to get some points. I personally don't like airdrop farming. I think it's a waste of time. I think it's toxic to projects, blah, blah, blah. For the most part, there are some good ways to do it. But anyway, I love borrowing lending protocols. We'll have to see when this token launches, what valuation it's at, and if it's worth investing into. GUINU, whatever it's called, probably a good play. A lot of people thought Aptos was dead. So in December 2023, these guys launched it. It's kind of like an ecosystem. Kind of reminds me of, it's got bonk vibes. And it's been around for a long time. They're trying to integrate into the whole ecosystem. This chart looks pretty good. This is kind of like the chart that you like to see for meme coins. Initial hype, reaction, traction, volume, and then it dies for a while. And then you kind of see this rebirth, revival again, and then it goes higher. And I don't own any of this right now at all. Full transparency, I don't own actually anything other than Aptos at the moment. But that one and this eDog seem to be the one that people are buying. It's not high quality. I mean, I guess if this is your thing, you can check it out, do your own research. These are the things that people seem to be liking over here. They've teased over here 2 listings, 2 sexes coming. My guess is they're like whatever ones that, I don't know, just the ones that probably are. Who knows? But the chart isn't very happy about what's going on. But, this is probably just early insiders selling out or early buyers selling out. That's fine. Like, if you're bullish on this, it's a really good buying opportunity. Like, it did pump way up here to like 6-7 times higher than it is now. So, it could be a good buying opportunity over here, E-Dog. Of course, if you wanted to find out more about the ecosystem, you can always go over here to Dex Screener, and you can just search by over here, and you can look for Aptos, and that'll bring up the whole ecosystem. So you can always do this. I like to search by market cap. Okay, the big ones are not going to be like memes or anything fun. And then you scroll down and you'll start to see some of those come up as you look down. LSD over here, THL, et cetera, et cetera. Another good thing is to look at age and also volume. Volume is a good indication of attention, right? How much attention is something getting? And here's a infographic of the meme coin development on Aptos. So you can see it's like sparse. There's not a lot. So there's tons of room for opportunity here. The market caps are fairly low compared to other ecosystems. It's early, so don't expect these things to explode, over the next like weeks or months. Yes, they'll go up, but are they going to do 1000x? No. Potentially, like, could they in the bull run? Sure, definitely. It's worth exploring, going and see if you can find any cults, good communities. We know that. So to me, it's really interesting to try to buy like the top memes, blue chips, although not really blue chips, on the top ecosystems, right? I definitely think that Aptos and Sui are competitors for top ecosystems. This is a really good thread over here. Go check out Wally. But also, if you want to know how to bridge over and use things on Aptos, go follow Crypto by Jess. Jessica, beautiful Jessica, my partner. And you can see that she just dropped yesterday this how to bridge to Aptos full. She'll tell you how to use the wallets, how to use the bridges, how to get your liquidity over there. Really good tutorial for people who are curious how to do it step by step. She will cover it. Crypto by Jess. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.